What is up, Spotlight? It is an exciting day for Spotlight because not only is it our 2-year birthday, we are celebrating our birthday by bringing in Gallivant.
Hey.
Welcome back, Joe, Josh, Sam. Now, I am particularly excited to get you guys in here because the first time I've got a bone to pick with you because we came up with like the perfect name for your album.
Yeah, we
And you end up you'd end up not using it.
did.
It was the perfect name. I can't remember exactly
Yeah,
what
I
it was,
can't
but I'm pretty sure it
remember
was like Mermaid Princess or something like that.
It's something gnarly like that.
And you guys decided to go with the professional and good sounding Celestials.
Well, we were like, we have to pay them royalties. And
Yeah,
so
okay.
that's what
All
the
right.
road we went down.
And if it was a money decision, I can respect that. If it was just a money thing, we're fine.
No.
But no, I'm really excited to have you guys back in. We've been featuring the songs from the album on the Spotify playlist. I got to see you guys play it live, and I mean, I made this point when I talked to you guys after the show, but you guys set the bar pretty high for a live performance. I mean, fitting in with kind of like that classic feeling rock and roll while keeping it modern.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, you threw in a drum solo that turned into a drum circle solo, which was pretty sweet. I'm gonna include some of that right here for you so you can see that. We'll cut away for that for a little bit. But yeah, just like setting the bar very high, excellent live performance. I'm glad that I was able to catch into that. And I was also able to take some photos. It was a little distracting, but yeah, I got some good pictures out of that
good
too.
ones, yeah.
How have things been since the album came out?
Good. Feels really nice to be playing. Good. Just good. No, it feels good to be playing the new stuff. It's like a new chapter, I feel like, and then just really seeing how people connect with it too. The hard-hitting sections and the everything.
It's good to hear a good quality recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good, big.
Do you guys listen to yourselves often?
I have.
Yeah.
Not like daily, but
Just enough to be like, hey, I made this.
yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Now, obviously, you guys have been keeping really busy as well, and you guys are leaving tomorrow for Duluth, Minnesota.
Yep.
Duluth, Minnesota for how long is the tour? You guys, I think it's about a month for the next month, isn't
Well,
it? You guys are
so tomorrow's the 2nd, and then we'll be getting back on the 19th.
okay.
So the 2nd through the 18th, we'll be playing shows.
Basically a month.
Yeah.
Basically a month. I mean, when you add in the drive time, it's probably going to feel like a month.
Yeah.
And then once we get back, we're gonna play a little wedding. So
Yeah.
There
Got a
you go.
wedding gig.
so that's just gonna be cherry on top.
Minnesota tomorrow, and then all over the Midwest for the next few days, and then back here in Omaha at Lookout on the 9th.
May 9th.
I definitely recommend jumping in on that. They are going to pack the house, and they're going to give you a good time. Are we going to see the drum circle again? Because I'd like to get some like good footage of that instead of like the shaky stuff that I just showed them. So.
For you, yeah.
For the camera?
For you.
Oh, for you.
For
yes.
you.
For the camera.
And the camera.
Specifically for you.
For me,
Yes,
all right.
it's me
You and the
dedicated
camera
to you.
are one.
You're going to be up on a riser, so I mean, it might be a little bit difficult for you, but we'll give it a shot.
Oh, we were playing last week, and I literally had like half a foot to stand to play because the stage had backline, then us. In
Yeah.
front
I had
of
to,
that.
Oh,
I had to like
jeez.
go over Josh's head.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
played.
We were like barely on the stage.
Where was that?
At the Royal Grove in
The
Lincoln.
Royal Grove.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, backlining, as efficient as it is, certainly doesn't leave a lot of room for anybody in like the first two slots.
Yeah.
Yep.
You had to adapt. We made it work.
We did.
Of course.
Now, if you had to say, like, what was the biggest surprise that you guys ran into after the album came out? Like, what was, like, was it the amount of people that jumped in? Because you guys packed the waiting room for that release show, which
Yeah, that was nice.
Pretty
It was
crazy.
great. It was awesome.
like, what would you say kind of caught you guys off guard after the album came out?
I say the shows
Oh.
in general have been just more engaging, like with the amount of people that have shown up, and like when we went and played with Freak About again at the Zoo Bar, you know, that was a great turnout, and then we did a run of shows and we had some good turnouts, like Cedar Rapids, that was a great turnout. It's just like ever since then, like our shows have been more like important seeming, you know.
Yeah.
Like something to look forward to, and yeah, so.
Felt like we kind of took the next step, like musically, and then like I don't know, it felt like almost subconscious or just like together the live shows kind of went the same way, next level. So we're just gonna keep on going up, level after
I
level.
was gonna say, and if you've gone up a level since the one that I saw, I'm pretty stoked to see what you guys bring out next. Because, I mean that's got to be a great feeling knowing that you guys are filling up shows well outside of like your local area too.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, what do you guys have connections in the towns that you guys are going to as far as the tour already, or are some of these going to be kind of new territory for you?
Couple. Most of them we've been to, at least once. The whole first half of the tour is booked with a band from Portland called Black Magic Flower Power, and we're touring with them.
Okay.
So that'll be the 2nd through, I think it's the 12th.
Yeah.
And then the
12th.
next 6 dates will be just us playing in those cities. So they kind of got all that hooked up. So there's like Duluth. We've never played Duluth, but we played Minneapolis. The next day, St. Paul. With St. Paul and Minneapolis are kind of the same, one and the same.
Now, now obviously you guys taking that time off, so Domestic Blend and Before I Burn are going to be on hiatus for a little bit, at least during that time.
Yeah.
Like, how have you guys found now that Gallivant's really starting to pick up, balancing your other projects? Because like, are you side projecting anything?
I
else?
haven't. I mean, I've filled in a couple times. I helped Silence's Madness one time when they needed a singer.
I got you. So you're just brushing these guys off
Yeah.
like, God, other bands. I got work on Gallivant.
That's right. That's right.
How have you guys found balancing out the other projects along?
I feel like
alongside of this?
me personally, it's kind of helped me experience like I grew up on death metal my whole life, so it's kind of like being able to dive into some of those more extremes, and then also kind of like still have like the intensity with Gallivant, but like take it to like a different area also still, and like Before I Burn, kind of getting more extreme, like I said, and then like
Very heavy punk.
yeah,
influence
exactly,
there, too.
and just kind of like being able to kind of still take some influence from that even and put it into like some of our riffs and just like the same intensity, more complex parts, I guess, too. Derek Bird gave me some shoes to fill,
Yeah.
so.
And then Domestic Blend leaves you with maybe not quite as intense, but equal in complexity as far as like what you're doing on bass.
Oh yeah, I mean he gives me a lot of freedom to like roll around that thing, so
Good deal.
I really just get to experiment and like get better at the instrument. So
It'll make our jamming better.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we've seen a lot of great bands that come through from especially different genres and different influences, and so keeping things fresh by having it be where you're not in another band that's very close to the genre that you're already in hopefully keeps things good and fresh. Are you looking
Yeah.
for side projects to kind of like
Me?
balance out the free time that these guys are giving you with their other ones? Or
You were pretty right. I'm kind of busy
just
with
chilling.
Gallivant, and then I work on the side too.
Time off that you got, you
Yeah.
want it to be time off. You don't
Sure,
feel
yeah.
anything else. No, I know how you feel.
We all kind of make like music in our free time though.
Yeah.
Like this is just goofy stuff.
I was gonna say,
Sometimes I'll
I
just
follow
make
you on
silly
Instagram. I
music,
see
yeah.
you jamming out.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
frequently there
practice
too,
a lot.
so.
Yeah, I guess I take a lot of time practicing and writing stuff on Logic.
And that's always good to see, because that is advice that I can't give to enough to musicians. Is like practice in your own time, record yourself, and just post it. Just throw it up there. Like
SoundCloud.
you'd be
something.
surprised how many people are into seeing kind of like the little practice licks and like the
Yep.
little exercises that people end up doing, especially drummers. Like a lot of
Yeah.
like even rudimentary stuff people get into, which is kind of weird to me.
I
being
guess
a drummer, but
so many of my exercises I find on like Instagram, people's pages, they're crazy. Like even if it's just like tour bus warm up, and then they'll do
Yeah.
like the notation afterwards.
Yep.
So many good places and resources like that.
I mean, just like all sorts of like, because I've seen you guys play live. I've seen what you guys are capable of.
Yeah.
Seeing the individual like practice licks would actually be really
Yeah.
interesting from you guys too. So
Yeah, I basically fill my time with practice. If I'm not doing anything else,
Yeah.
I'm sitting in my basement.
So
Oh,
now
wow.
After the tour, do you guys have do you have like what would be the next big thing? Like, are you looking at maybe hitting the studio again? Are you guys writing? Like where are we going?
We've got a couple riffs that stand out.
Yeah, we
again.
definitely have more music that like could be made into songs. We just need
Yeah.
to
Put the time
have
in.
that motivation to make them into good quality songs.
Inspired by the new logo.
Inspired. Yeah, definitely,
There you go.
definitely new logo.
The new logo is very 80s, very 80s.
Right.
Leave it at that, really. Very
Yeah.
80s.
It gave
Looked
me
really
like
good.
like a hood ornament feel. That's the first thing that popped in my mind, at least. It's just
Like
like
a-
a hood
I
ornament.
gotcha. Like the first thing I thought
Like
of
a
when I saw it
caddy?
was Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
I was
There you go.
feeling an old video game vibe.
I hope
Yeah.
we don't
Yeah.
give you a Spinal Tap field goal.
No,
I'll be
no.
dead.
Just the logo. Just the logo. It's like, who made the logo for you?
Joseph Quentin Cutler of Yeti Print Shop and Design.
Okay. So
He
you
did a
you
good
went
job.
full on pro, or do you know him personally already?
I know him personally. He when we played Stone Meadow of Doomfest a couple of years back. I don't know if you ever heard of that. Lucas Smith set that up, and Matt Lindbergh. They would set that up, and all their promotion for their posters and all the art made for the festival was
Cool.
Joe did that. So
Was he involved in the album art at all? Because the album art was actually really cool. For like, you guys did a full color with like the mermaid and then
yeah.
the black and white fisherman.
He
design
actually
style
wasn't.
there.
He actually wasn't. Is it Joe's?
My brother-in-law
Joe's
made
brother.
that.
Oh, really? Good
Yeah,
deal.
he's a tattoo artist in Sioux City, and his name's Kevin DeRochi. So I called him up. He was a little stressed because he's got kids too.
I got you.
He did the
So-
first album too.
Yeah.
Album art.
But he pulled through and got it done for us, and it was like last minute, like a lot of things were. But that's the best kind of stuff. Comes together.
I mean, if things don't come together with a little bit of chaos, it wouldn't be as interesting.
That's right.
That's right.
It's like, especially as artists, there's got to be a little bit of chaos to keep the inspiration
I feel
flowing.
like
for
there's
you.
always chaos. If there's something going perfectly right, it's not
You're
right.
doing it wrong.
Something's not right.
So now, jumping back into the tour, you guys have been on tour together before.
Yep.
And you guys did. I think, like, based off of what I remember, it was kind of similar to the same run that you guys are doing here, where it was
Kinda,
it was
yeah.
a short run, but it was, I mean, a lot of driving between. Like, you
Yeah.
guys were coming back and forth.
5-6 hours every day. This will be our longest to date. This will be our third also. Our first one was just the Midwest. I think we only did 8 or 9 days. It wasn't-
about a week.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a little, yeah.
more.
The only 3 times we've gone longer than weeks. We've done like weekend things where we go for a weekend nearby. And then the second tour we did like 14 days. And now this will be 18, 19 days.
Just a little. Are you going into it with any new strategies? Because, like you said, this is the longest one that you've had to date.
Yes.
Like, are you coming at it with any new ideas to kind of make it a little bit easier on you guys?
Yes, I was gonna say merchandise. We got a bunch of new merchandise coming from Joe, also from Yeti, that made our logo. He's got a lot of cool stuff coming. He's making us ringer T-shirts, tank tops, girl tank tops, dad hats, and some sweet new stickers. So, and I've heard how important it is. Like, every band's always like, if you don't have merch, you're just losing money.
Especially at the stage you guys are at
Yeah.
now, too, because, like, I mean, if you guys are
Mhm.
filling up shows even outside of this area as
Mhm.
much as you are, there's definitely going to be some money flowing in there, too. So
Yeah, and with the logo and the merch, I'm just trying to like brand at this
Yeah.
point, so where it's like
absolutely.
people remember our name. Now with the logo, it's like when they see that, they'll be like, "Oh, that's Gallivant."
I was going to say, you're stuck in my mind. Like, I've worn the shirt several times around. People
Mhm.
have said, hey, I know those guys. And so that's
Crazy.
that was pretty cool for me, too, because I was like, yeah, I did these, like, check out this channel. We did an interview with him. You can see all this behind the
Cool.
scenes stuff we
Yeah.
did and all that. Yeah, merch is definitely big, and especially with the live show that you guys leave an impression. I know I'm talking you guys up a little bit, but yeah, there's definitely it's definitely a memorable show, and so
Yeah.
having something there,
Something to
having
go
something
take
like that
home
is
with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then now, I was just gonna say, we're gonna be camping a lot, so
Oh, yeah?
mattresses.
air mattress camp.
Air mattresses.
Air mattresses.
So
I still have to go get
I'm
mine.
I'm packing as much stuff so we can be as prepared as possible, and so that when we're sleeping in a tent and it's 40 degrees,
Yeah.
we'll be fine. Hopefully.
I packed long underwear this time.
See?
I packed shorts too.
See?
I'm ready for
Because last
everything.
time we were sitting there and it'd be like 30 degrees, and we're like, dang.
And then the sun comes up, and then it's
Like
like
100
90
degrees,
bacon
yeah.
through the tent.
Yeah,
Gotta be ready for both.
cook some hot dogs on a
Hot
little like
dogs.
candle flame. You
At
know?
night when it was windy.
Yeah, we got to figure out a better thing so we don't have
I
an
got a
open
cast
fire
iron.
inside
I bought a
the
cast
tent.
iron pan this time.
Oh, good.
Oh,
deal.
there we
So
go.
you
Those
guys
are
are
great.
going full on pioneer to go
Yes.
through the store.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what you got to do.
Oh man, that I find it weird that more bands don't utilize that when they're touring. When
Camping?
they're traveling is more camping equipment, because you see it, like, I mean, obviously they do. I mean, they're probably not going to show you that because it's not the most glorious part of the
It's
trip.
not.
But yeah, I mean, I wish more bands would, because it'd be like, yeah, it's not the weirdest thing in the world to come out here with a bunch of Coleman gear
Yeah.
alongside all of your
For
musical
real.
shit and all that.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
thing we found out that any band can use this, but I think last tour was the best when we all bought YMCA passes.
Oh,
YMCA
so you get
pass.
some showers.
We
Showers,
Showers.
hot tub,
sauna,
swimming pool.
swimming pool.
It's just like
You can spend your day.
Pretty inexpensive when you think about it
Yeah.
too. YMCA is
Mhm.
definitely on the cheaper side. And
yeah,
Yeah.
and you get everything. I mean, we worked out one time, which wasn't the best idea because then we had like a 3-day run and we were all sore.
Because Josh never works out.
Josh-
I never
Yeah.
work out. I just eat food. That's my work.
You're drumming, you're flailing your arms around all the time.
See? Yeah, I work out.
All right, dude.
It
Yeah.
burns maybe 1/10 of the calories that an actual workout would, but
It's all in the mind.
Yeah. YMCA
mind over
pass.
matter. Get it
Exactly.
through.
YMCA, you can still live like you're in luxury for
Yeah.
like a couple hours.
I was gonna say, 'cause my next question was gonna be who's gonna be like the stinkiest traveler or something like that. But if you guys are getting like,
I was gonna say Josh, but
Dude,
Dude, whatever, you throw your clothes all over the place. man.
well, that's
Oh.
different.
Yeah,
That's
when you're-
disorganized. We're talking about you fart like every other 2 minutes, like open the window. Oh, you don't even say open the window. You're just like,
I don't think that's.
and then like 5 minutes later, it just smells like poop in the whole van. So I'm saying Joe, hands down.
Are we taking a
Joe.
poll on this? Because
I voted.
yeah, can we do
That's
like
all
we
that
did a poll
matters.
on the name for the band?
Yeah.
Let me see who's the smelliest.
you
member.
didn't follow that either.
Fair.
I don't know if somebody had to choose. I think drummer kind of gets the short end of the stick when it comes to
true.
stuff like that.
Well,
So-
I gotta have like a change of clothes like immediately. Otherwise, I'm just like.
You're also the hairiest one. I think people associate a lot of hair with like
yeah.
just
I don't know.
general grime.
Stinky.
Scent
Definitely,
that gets
Josh.
stuck in those curls. I think. I'm just saying. Just
Man,
saying.
dude, you're really ripping on
But
it.
with, the,
man.
but with the disorganizedness is what Joe was saying. The first tour, we all
And
had
the
we had
second tour.
suitcases.
Oh yeah.
He put all his clothes in a laundry basket in the back of the van.
It was effective.
It was not.
I thought.
Should have
so.
just gone full Tommy Boy and grabbed the garbage bag with the
Yeah.
red
Right.
tape on it. And all that.
That's
Yeah.
where my dirty clothes went.
That probably would have been.
Gotcha.
No, they didn't.
Sometimes.
They were like on the seat, and I'd be like,
They gotta
pulling
dry
them off
out.
the seat.
We don't have a clothes rack. What am I gonna do? Gotta dry out.
Hang him over the steering wheel. I don't know.
That's even worse. Terrible idea.
We leave
I'm
tomorrow.
kidding.
Terrible idea. We gotta think this through.
All right. Well, we did a poll for the last one. I got to get some music out of you guys because this is the redemption visit for you
Yes.
guys because we had a technical difficulty that screwed up your last performance for us, so we didn't get to do that one. But since we did a poll last time, and you haven't named the tour yet, as far as I know,
Oh,
We haven't.
so like,
Uh-oh.
come up with some names.
Stinky
for the,
Boy
for the
tour.
Coleman tour, the Stinky Boy, or the Coleman camping trip,
Coleman camping trip.
the Gallivant camping trip.
Oh, what are we talking about? Field
It's a
trip.
Oh,
field
no,
trip.
it's the field
It's a
trip.
field trip.
We
Field
named
trip.
this one.
It-
We just haven't
The-
publicly
forgot about
named
that.
The field trip.
it. The field trip of 2019.
2019 field trip.
Hipster train ride.
Yeah.
The hipster trainer.
Hipster train ride tour.
All aboard.
All right. Well, let's get some music into you. Thank you again. Once
Thank
again,
you.
Gallivant. You guys can catch them on all of the social media platforms. I'll have those linked below, and we'll have some. We'll have the link to the tour date, so you guys can catch one of these guys' shows over the next month, and then here in Omaha locally, May 9th at Lookout Lounge, and that will probably be starting around 7-ish, as
good,
most
yeah.
shows do. So,
Right.
are tickets available for that, or like we
Yes.
find at the door?
I have tickets.
Good deal. Grab some
Message
tickets
me.
for that.
Message me.
Message Gallivant, get those tickets out. And all right, thanks for coming in. Let's get some tunes out of you.
Thank you.
All right.
Groovy.